Guest here on the Imus in the Morning program. That was back in late January, promoting her book about Petraeus. So here's Warner's first chance at it. The I-Man, now sounding, as we look back on it, kind of like a prophet, gets right to the heart of the matter with this line of questioning.
Is he
married?
On a CD as well. He is married to Holly Petraeus, who's a wonderful military spouse and has done so much for their children and for children of fallen soldiers. I respect her immensely.
Well, so he must have liked you, obviously. And you obviously liked him, I guess, right?
Yes, it was, as I said earlier, he's got a number of mentees, and I think that's one thing that's different when you compare him to other senior commanders. He really looks at the organization. The military is a flat organization, is willing to take ideas from anyone of any rank if it's a good idea or listen. Not that my ideas were that good, but we had a lot of rapport. I think some of that comes from a common ground of having gone to West Point,
All right.
a love of running, an interest in counterinsurgency warfare.
There you go.
What do you think, Warner?
Well, the one thing, when she started talking about Petraeus personally, she looked away from you each time.
Right.
Oh.
Otherwise, she looked at you.
What does that mean?
Guilty.
Well, yeah, it's a truth. You try to avoid eye contact.
Well, I'm telling you, see, I have, you know how I am. I'm never wrong about anybody.
No, gut
But
feeling.
I had a gut feeling at the time that she's an enormously attractive woman.
Yeah.
And but one wouldn't suspect that the general would be a dirtbag, or that she would.
Right.
But I was amused that in all these various accounts of her life, listing her accomplishments and her attributes, they neglected to mention that two of them were not ethics and morals, which she is bereft of.
Sure.
Apparently.
She almost tried too hard to be removed or straight. You can be objective, but it was almost like, well, I'll really show there's nothing. But, of course, it's easy now.
And the biography was a slobbering Valentine to Petraeus. I mean.
Right. She'd never written anything or never written a book or anything like that before. So it was also that she had a lot of access for someone who didn't have a lot of experience as a journalist or anything like that either.
Has she written anything?
No, she'd been a graduate student, and that's how she met him, and then she was going to write her dissertation on him, and that turned into a book. But that was her first book, first work like that.
I'll be darned.
Yeah.
So she'll have a great memoir now in a couple of years.
Well, I did mention at one point to her, I asked her if she'd been on 60 Minutes. Because her story itself is extraordinary. Mm-hmm. She said, no, she hadn't been. I said, well, I bet you will be.
Yeah, you did. Right about that again. Right again,
we just didn't know.
He was all in, all right.
That's right. Yeah, exactly.
All in was the title of the book. And he was, apparently, Godfather. What else? It's